Hey EMbers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a bonus video from me. In today's video we are going to be playing the TCG Card Shop Simulator Prologue on Steam. This game is exactly as it sounds. You run your own trading card store, a little bit like Supermarket Simulator. So I quit my day job to open my own card game store. This is it, time to get down to business. And this has come at a really funny time for me because I have started collecting Pokemon cards. So I decided to name my store Ember Cards. And with that we have tasks up in the top left hand corner there, open phone and stock up on card packs. So this is what the phone looks like. We're going to go through all the features. So here you can see at the moment we can only get a booster card pack and it's a basic one. So basic card pack of 32 cards. You get 32 for $50. Sorry, I think that says $50.50. Then here you can buy accessories, figures, which are adorable. I never actually got to get the figures, but I would like to in the future. So we're going to buy 4 of those. As you can see in the top right, we did have $500. We now have $290. I assume it's in dollars, this. So I was struggling a little bit with figuring out the currency. And you'll have to bear with me as I'm playing this, some parts are quite slow. I am not really a PC player, I have started using Steam only this year. I've started playing more PC games, so I am a console player through and through, but I wanted to get more into Steam, as you will see as this channel progresses. So yes, I am quite slow at PC games, I will admit. I definitely prefer using a controller. And I know you can use a controller on some PC games, but a lot of these simulator games, so for example, Supermarket Simulator, Pet Shop Simulator, you can't use a controller, unfortunately. So as much as I would love to play them on the channel, I do struggle with using a keyboard and mouse. I will be totally honest with that. So you will see a few slip-ups here and there. But we're just popping the products on the shelf. So yes, apologies for how slow I am doing this. I do get faster as time goes on. This is also the first of a 3-part series exploring this game. And the reason I called it a bonus video in the beginning is that I post 3 times a week on this channel, and I have discovered that that is not enough 3 times a week for everything that I want to showcase. But to move to 4 or 5 times a week is not technically feasible right now. So I am posting bonus videos here and there. So yes, just to let you know as we are stocking the shelves, I typically post Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays. This one will be going up on a Friday, which is not usual for me. But like I say, I wanted to show you as quick as I possibly could because this game has only recently released, the prologue anyway. So this is technically, like you say, it's not even in early access yet, this is a prologue. But I do believe the prologue is indefinite. So now that we've stocked the shelf, we can set the item price higher than the market price. So the market price is $3.14. And we're going to set it at $3.15. That should have been higher. I think that should have maybe been $3.20. Because we're only earning a pence profit technically, right? No, we're earning $1.57 profit. So with that, we are going to open the store. I'm just checking all the labels to make sure that they all say the same thing, and they do, which is good. So as long as you have the same product, all the labels will reflect that. So let's go ahead and open the store. Again, this will be a very familiar setup to you if you've played something like Supermarket Simulator. Simulation games are something that I've got into quite a lot this year. I have, of course, played things like The Sims before, but I wasn't really a massive fan of the simulation genre. I am an RPG player, but I have really got into these kind of cozy games this year. So she's bought quite a few. So I do get faster at this as we go on, but let's check her out. As in, check her shopping out. I mean, you know, she's got lovely hair. And she needs $7.95 change. Again, this is just me working out the currency. And you'll see it's pretty easy to figure this out. And again, I do get faster at this as time goes on. But please bear with me. Then I had to figure out how to give her the money. You will see if you look to your left that you simply press the space bar. I could not figure it out. I did do a little bit of a jump cut there because that took me an embarrassingly long time to figure out. But here's our second customer. And again, I was pressing these individually. You can just click and drag your mouse on these, which I do discover a little bit later on. Again, we have cash, and he needs $5.35 change, sorry. So here comes our third customer. And again, I do want to apologise for the angles in this video. It's difficult for me to remember that you use your mouse to sort of look around and you use the WASD keys to move, etc, etc. So I do struggle a little bit with showing you everything, showing you all of the screen. Again, this is not a format that I am necessarily used to. So I do try and look up as much as I can. So you will see in the top left, that it says day 1 and time is steadily moving on. So time starts at 8 AM in the morning. Here we are just turning the lights on as well. I don't think we need to necessarily do that this early. Time starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. It does not start until you open the store, and time stops at 9 o'clock at night when you close the store. Which is good because I tried the Pet Shop Simulator demo and time is always going in that game, which I didn't like. So here's our fourth customer. Again, buying quite a few boosters. I know what that's like. And we have our first card payment. So the way you do this is you simply type the number. I kept forgetting to put the decimal point in. So as you can see, I'm trying to charge him $220. I don't need to do that. I need to charge him $22.05. Here's our fifth customer. And you can see our task for the prologue is we just finished that to successfully check out 5 customers. Now it tells you to grab card packs on the shelf and open them to get new cards. Now I will tell you there's quite a hefty jump cut here because I really struggled. Not right now, but a bit later on. I really struggled with this. So I don't know if it was a me thing or a prologue thing, probably a me thing to be honest. But you'll see as we go up, I could not figure out how to click these packets at all. Now it tells you on the left to just press and hold your mouse button, your left mouse button. I, for some reason, could not figure this out at all. We do have another customer as well. So I did do a big jump cut there because I was trying to pick up the packets and I just could not pick them up. I'm also not near enough to the till to click it. So again, everything is a little slow and stilted at the moment. But I could not for the life of me pick these packets up. You will see that I do eventually manage to do it, but there will be a few jump cuts to get there, I believe. So we have another customer here. I'm glad we bought 4 boxes for our first day, because these do seem to sell. Well, I was going to say they seem to sell fairly well. They're the only thing in our store, so of course they would. But what I mean by that is people tend to buy a lot more than just one. Now, I don't know how much money these people have, but let me tell you, as someone who started collecting Pokemon cards this year, me and my husband collect them, these booster packs are not cheap. So my husband's been buying Elite Trainer boxes. They're not cheap, are they? I dread to think how much we've spent on Pokemon cards, so these customers must have a lot of money. Now, of course, this is not based on Pokemon, shall we say. This is its own thing, but when you see the cards as we go on, they do look very Pokemon-like to me. So there might be another jump cut here while I try and figure out how to open these blooming cards. So again, apologies for the jump cut. Nothing happened but me trying to open the cards. I still couldn't do it. And we're here to check out another customer, and they have a smelly effect, which I don't particularly like, only because it's the connotation that, let's say, geeky or nerdy people smell. I am so over that. Now, I appreciate it. I've been to Comic-Cons. I get it. Sometimes hygiene be hygiene, you know, but I don't like the trope of like all geeky or nerdy people smell, so I kind of wish that wasn't in this game. There is something you can do with smelly customers, shall we say, that I did not find out until the third and final part of my recording, because the game doesn't tell you. That's something I wish that they'd have told you, but you'll see that as time goes on. But yes, you can get smelly customers in this game, which I could take or leave, you know, but I do get the humour. So again, checking people out. So for the purposes of the prologue, we go from day 1 to day 7, again in 3 parts. And again, I might do a jump cut here because this is me trying to figure out how to open the cards. I was clicking, I was dragging, nothing was happening. While trying to do this though, I figured out how to move our shelf. So we're going to move that right to the end. It's fairly easy to do. So we have moved our shelf, but again, trying to click these cards, I just could not do it. So yes, it definitely could be a me problem, but I do think that this needs to be a more smooth process, because you'll see as we go on that opening trading cards as well as selling them is a quite important part of this game. And the process to actually open the cards, I mean, yeah, I'm not experienced in this kind of game, but it shouldn't be that difficult. I've tried about 4 or 5 times now, and it should be as simple as clicking and holding your mouse, as it says, but that was not working for me at all. So perhaps that's a potential glitch. Perhaps it's just me, but I thought I would mention it. So we are still checking out customers, of course. And again, unlike something like Supermarket Simulator or Pet Shop Simulator, this game largely focuses on actually collecting the trading cards as well. So as an owner, you get to open the card packs that you've bought, which I think is quite nice and quite unique. And there's more to this than just checking customers out. You will see as time goes on. So it's way more than just selling products. There is other mechanics to this, which you will see as we go. But again, I'm getting a little bit faster. And as I say, there are definitely some glitches to this prologue, which is to be expected, of course. There's some bugs. However, a lot of it is just me, I will be honest. But when we get to the second and the third part and I've got more involved with what I need to do, it does get a lot easier. So I think we are going to go ahead and buy some more basic card packs. I believe that's what we're doing here. Let's see, which is probably a mistake, because we only have $611.30. And we actually end up buying 6, which I think was a mistake. I am not very good at money management, I'll put it that way. So another jump cut there. They are basically me taking far too much time on the most menial of tasks, so I have cut a lot of that out for you guys, so I don't torture you. But overall, I really do enjoy this game. Like I say, I managed to get 3 parts out of the prologue, and you could probably do more than that. I don't think the prologue ever ends, technically. The task list does end, but I think you can play the prologue indefinitely. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. So you can tell that I really am enjoying this game, considering I got 3 parts out of it, like I say, and you will see them as we go on. I definitely get better in parts 2 and 3, I like to think anyway. But yeah, very simple premise, but there is a lot more going on. See, I'm getting faster at checking out, look. A very simple premise to this game, but there is a lot more going on than your traditional sort of, let's say, supermarket type simulator. So let's go out and grab our products. Again, I probably shouldn't have bought 6 of these, to be honest. We're coming to 6 o'clock in game, and I keep getting stuck on the door as well. So it's a fairly simple process to get these out on the shelves. Just click and hold, which is apparently how you open the card packs, and yet I was struggling. Just wanted to make sure that my prices were still there, and they are. So take this box out and bin it. And certainly for the prologue, I don't know if there's any repercussion for leaving customers to wait at the till. I certainly didn't see any problem with leaving them waiting there. It didn't seem like they wandered off or anything. So let's go and check these guys out. He just bought 1. That is a smart decision, my man. Apologies if you can hear any banging in the background of this. There are roadworks happening at the moment. I unfortunately cannot do anything about that. So again, because this is a prologue, there isn't many character models either, so you will see the same people time and time again. We have another smelly customer, which is not my favourite mechanic, like I've said, but never mind, we'll deal with it. It is what it is. Maybe some people really enjoy that, I don't know. I mean, really enjoy smelly people. Let's not go there. But you never know, different strokes for different folks and all that. But no, it's a mechanic that I could take or leave, quite frankly. So let's carry on stacking our shelves. Oh no, I'm trying to figure out how to open the cards again. Another jump cut, see you in a minute. And again, I spent about 30 seconds trying to pick the cards up, and it still didn't happen. I need to check out customers. As you can see, we're not far off closing. But I still haven't managed to open the card packs. So we have another card payment here, which is good because I think in some of these simulator demos, oh, don't charge him that much, goodness me, because I think in some of the simulator demos, they only allow you to check out with cash. This one is card and cash, which I do appreciate. So again, clicking and dragging makes that process a lot quicker. I think for pretty much a novice like me on simulator games, there's things I guess this game expects you to know, which I just didn't. So something as simple as this, that I can press and hold my mouse and drag and it will get all of the items. Something as simple as that, the game doesn't actually tell you. I had to figure that out for myself, which is not, you know, the biggest deal in the world, but I do think for any kind of prologue or demo, they should treat it as if you've never played a game like this before. And I would have appreciated that anyway. I know someone who's maybe a more seasoned simulator player might not appreciate that, but I would certainly have appreciated it. So we go ahead and close the store and you press enter to start the next day. I keep banging into the door, it's so embarrassing. Now customers will stand outside as if expecting to come in, but they will not come in if the store is closed, which is good. But again, we are just restocking the shelves here, and I probably bought far too much product, especially for my first day. Now, while stocking these shelves, there will be another thing that comes up. I keep banging into that door. There will be another thing that comes up, which we will talk about when we get there. But it is to do with the boxes. So you can see you press R to open the box, and then you press and hold to stock the shelf, which is quite good. And it also tells you to press F to throw, which we will see in a moment. So that was me learning you can put things back, you can put cards back inside the box. So I assume it works similar to Supermarket Simulator. If you have a box that's the right size, you can put the product into it. I kept forgetting to press R to open the box, so that's what that's all about. I sort of expected the box to open automatically. So that's a me problem, that is me. And this is our final box, and I think this is where I think there's another little problem. It's not too big, it's not too major, but we're going to fill the shelf and we've got too much product, so we have spare product here. So I just sort of pop it next to the shelf, but all you can do, as far as I'm aware, is throw. So you can't place a box nicely where you want to place it. You have to throw it and it lands where it lands. I do think there should be an option to place a box. So this is me again trying to figure out how to open these cards. I will do a jump cut and we'll see if I get there. Unfortunately, it took me around a minute and a half this time and I still could not figure out how to open those cards, so I chose to end the day. So this is where you get your daily report. It says 12 customers were dissatisfied and I really don't know why. I had that a lot in this demo, that customers were dissatisfied, and I have no idea why. So we're on to day 2, and again I am trying to open up these cards. It's just not happening for me. I will tell you what I eventually ended up doing as we get there. So another tiny jump cut, but I finally figure out how to pick up the cards. Now you will see that it told you to press and hold the left mouse. What I had to do was press and hold both down. I just tried anything that worked. So I had to press and hold both the left and the right clicker on the mouse. I don't know what you call it. And this again, it wanted you to open a card pack and it told you to hold down the right mouse button. Again, I just end up having to hold both down. So as you can see, this takes a long time for me to actually get this thing working, but I do eventually get it working. I don't know if it's a me problem again with my mouse, but things just weren't happening. So this is the cards. They do look a little bit familiar, don't they? But you know, they're not quite at lawsuit territory, so it's all good. But again, this process was not easy and not smooth. I probably spent about 3 minutes in total just trying to pick up the cards and open them. And what I ended up doing here was opening far too many. It only wanted me to open 2 packs or something like that. I ended up opening far too many because I picked up a load in my hand and I didn't know how to put them back. I didn't really know what I was doing. And you will have just seen another bug here or glitch in the prologue in which all of the pictures do not show up. So for the most part, the pictures are there, but as you can see with cards 2 and 3, the pictures have not shown up. And that is how they look, spoiler alert, when you eventually sell them. There's no picture, unfortunately. So again, this takes quite a while because I have picked up too many cards and I didn't know how to put them back. We do sort of deal with that as we move on into parts 2 and 3. But as I say, it's hard not to compare this to Pokemon. Of course, it is the biggest trading card game in the world. And as I've been a Pokemon fan for a while, but I've not really been really, really into it. Now that I've started collecting cards with my husband, I can see some inspiration, shall we say, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's undeniably there. So again, I spend an incredible amount of time opening up the cards, but at least you get to see the pictures. And you'll see more about this process in parts 2 and 3, where we really go into actually selling individual cards, etc, etc, because that is something you can do in this game. Again, parts 2 and 3 will probably end up being bonus videos. Oh, but then I do figure out how to stop that and put some back on the shelf. So I did figure that out. So I'm just going to restock what I took. Yeah, I have no idea when you're going to see parts 2 and 3. And again, you'll see, look, I have to throw and they just land like that. So I'm not happy with that. So I pick them up, shut the box, try and place them down nicely. There's no way to place where you want. I really think that that would be beneficial because I don't want to just throw my boxes anyway, you know? And that's how it ends up. I'm not happy with it, but it is what it is. So now it is telling us to buy a play table. So that's exactly what we're going to do. But you can see our money situation is not great. I do get into a bit of trouble when it comes to money with this prologue, but I think that's more a me thing because I'm not used to these kind of management games. So let's go ahead and get our table. And the ease in which to place this is very, very nice. I liked how you place things. So we just pop that there. And it says, let 10 customers play card games in the shop. So what you do is you click on the table and you can look at different types of tournaments and you can confirm an event. So this is a standard tournament. It's the only one you can do in the prologue, I think. Maybe you can do that one. I'm not sure if all of these are unlocked in the prologue or not. I would say not. So you confirm the event. It's $10 an hour. Fees. Again, I found this a little bit confusing, to be honest, but I did go ahead and confirm the event. And we're just looking at the other things you can buy. You can see a card shelf, a small shelf. And we do go ahead and purchase another shelf, which was an absolute mistake. I don't know why I did that. There was just, I have no money. I should not have done what I did. So you can see that it costs money to unlock licenses for new products as well. Pretty standard for these kind of games. But I'm going to go ahead and do a jump cut because I think I spend too much time in the store. And here is where I make another mistake. I go ahead and buy the product license for the cleaner, leaving me $57.34. So I think they call it a cleanser. But I don't have enough money to actually stock that product. So I've bought the license, but I can't stock the product. I have bought a shelf for it though. Yeah, I just think that this was a silly thing to do. I tried to expand far too quickly and yeah, it didn't work out too great. But again, having to just throw these boxes wherever, I did end up getting 2 shelves, which I probably did not need on day 2. But never mind. So again, just trying to figure out how to place it nicely. And I do think the ease of placing is, well, easy. There's a little bit of a gap there, but never mind. Again, apologies if you can hear any background noise. This is not the roadworks this time. This is my bunny rabbit eating from her hanging stick. So with that, are we going to open up the store? We're just having a little look round. I don't know if you can walk around. I haven't actually tried to do that. So we'll see. So let's go ahead and open the store finally. And again, the mechanics of this table confused me a little bit. And another bug or glitch, or it could just be me, I kept having to reset the card table, as you'll see as we go on. So that wasn't great. So with that, let's go and check out our first customer of the day. He's bought quite a few booster packs. Well, that's all we sell at the minute, so of course he has. And our second customer. Sorry, she has a little dangly bell, so if you hear any little bell noises, that's what it is. And again, more booster packs. And you can see there is someone sitting at the table waiting for a game, which is good. But I believe we're only going to play to the end of day 2 for part 1. But yeah, I was very confused about the mechanics of the card table. That's probably just me again. But here we go ahead and try to buy some cleaner, but look how expensive it is. I think it's $143 and something for 16 of them. Very expensive. We don't need to buy any more cards, so hopefully we didn't. But here we are, quite a lot of booster cards there. And again, paying by card, which is nice. So this is quite a slow, chill game. I don't know if this is something any of you guys would be interested in. I am going to release parts 2 and 3 of the prologue that I recorded, so you'll have to let me know. After that, if this is a game you would be interested in seeing on my channel, you'll have to let me know. So apologies again for that other jump cut, it's just me getting used to the game. I should have probably played it before I started recording, but I wanted my reaction to be genuine for you guys. And again, we have another smelly customer, fantastic stuff. And once again, I have already said it, there is a mechanic with that, but the game just doesn't tell you at all. I think you won't see that until part 3 of my playthrough, or sort of mini playthrough anyway. So that customer is saying that the cards are so cheap, so that says to me that I need to put the price up on them a little bit. I mean, I'm happy that the customers think things are cheap. In real life, I love the idea of just giving people stuff, but obviously in this game, that is not how it works. So I think we are going to go ahead and raise the price a little bit. Because they're now at $3.22 market price, so I have been underselling them all day. So I need to make sure I check that every day. So I've moved them up to $3.25. And we're going to just restock with what we've got. So again, yeah, very simple game. There is actually a lot to it, to be fair. I shouldn't say simple game, there is a lot to it. But it's a very slow game, shall we say. So again, I will be putting parts 2 and 3 up at one point. I'm not sure when that will be, but you'll have to let me know if this is something you would be interested in when the game fully releases. There is no official release date yet, to my knowledge. I'm just assuming sometime this year. I think this prologue came out on August the 2nd, so it's not been out that long at all. Oh my goodness me, he's bought a lot, hasn't he? How much did that cost you? $39? Actually, that's not too bad, to be fair. Had a little bit of a glitch there in which the phone didn't work, but putting the phone on and off again made that work, so. And again, I'm going to go ahead and potentially buy some cleanser, but I do not have enough money for this. So now we're down to $92.98. But we are going to go ahead and put that cleanser out on the shelf. I was trying to work out for the longest time what this actually was. Like, do you clean your CGCs with it? I had no idea what this was. You do find out a little bit later. But again, I do think the game should tell you that from the off. I shouldn't have to be confused about what a product is actually for, you know? So as you can see, there are customers playing cards over there, but the task is saying that nobody's playing a card game. That's because they do have to finish the card game, and that is a little bit complicated because the store closes at 9. They can still be playing a game. If you close the store or end the day, they will be dissatisfied with you, and I don't know if you get paid for that or not, but you can't actually tell them to leave the store. So again, that's something that's a little bit, not sure. This is me just trying to figure out why I'm not getting paid yet, or why that task isn't ticking off. But that is, it's not explained, but that becomes obvious as you go on. So I'm going to go ahead and have a look at my bills. And we do have a couple of bills, so I end up paying them now. So we're now down to $30.63. And again, there is a lot of banging outside because of roadworks, etc, etc. So please bear with me on that. There's nothing I can do really. So we decide to go ahead and see about opening some more card packs. And this does get a little bit easier, but again, I do think this mechanic is a little bit janky. But we go ahead and open them. I think this is too slow as well. There's no way to speed that up, the actual opening of the cards. As far as I was aware anyway. There might be, but I couldn't find it. Again, there's that little glitch there. You've gone right in front of me, sunshine. Again, there's that little glitch there where you can't see the pictures. But you'll see more. Oh, look at that. See, I don't like it. But you'll see more on that in parts 2 and 3 anyway. But I just don't like this horrible green smelly cloud. I've moaned about it so much. I just don't like it. I really don't. But as you can see, we're at 3:15 in game. And we finally have sold our first cleansers. They do sell for quite a bit, look. So it's $31 for both. So it's not that it was a bad investment. And he's complaining that it's too smelly in the shop. I didn't know what I could do about that. There is something you can do about that, but the game doesn't tell you. So once again, that's a mechanic you'll see in parts 2 or 3. I think part 3. So this is your trading card binder, which I know a lot about these recently. So you can sort by price, amount, number or type. I spend far too long on this, so I am going to do a little bit of a cut here because I spend far too long looking through the binder and you really don't need to see all of that. But that's what this looks like. So here we have another customer complaining about the smell. Again, on our task list, you will see that 2 out of 10 has been ticked off for card games being played. And that gentleman there is going over to the card table. I'm just checking the price on this. That was a very unfortunate angle for that there lady. I do apologise, dear. But with that, we are checking the shop. I hope we're not buying... Are we actually going to buy some more? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I've done it now, and I've bought 2 more boxes. We are down to no money again. Honestly, I am terrible at these kind of games. I really am. I enjoy them, but I'm not very good at them. You can see that 4 customers have now played card games in the shop as well. I just don't think there was any need to buy 2 more boxes, to be honest. And look, a smelly customer right in front of us. It just makes me feel a bit ill, to be honest. I'm just not happy with it. But we did not need to buy 2 boxes. I've smashed into the glass door again there. Look, I've run straight into somebody. Let's get back on the till. Just a waste of money, really. But let's check this guy out. The guy behind him said something, but I couldn't quite catch it. Oh, saying that the price is fair, I think, which is good. So this is a good order. Nearly £48, I think, something like that. Dollars. I'm going to say pounds and dollars interchangeably. I'm really sorry. We're going to go out and get our last box. And again, we really didn't need it, to be honest. But never mind. I wanted to stay fully stocked, but I don't know. I'm buying too much in this game. I mean, it's a trading card game, so that's about accurate. And again, just my last complaint. I wish we didn't have to throw them like that. I wish we could place them nicely. I certainly couldn't see any way to do that. But this is going to be quite a big order because he's got 4 cleansers. Let's have a look. So $68.50 there. Not bad. We are nearing the end of day 2 and the end of this video. So again, sorry for sort of saying the same things over and over again. Oh, let me just say, in the top right hand corner you will see the shop level as well. So we are either on level 3 or level 4, I'm not sure. You'll see it says shop level 4, but I don't know if we need to fill the bar for that. We are going ahead and buying some more cleanser. Oh gosh, we are wasting so much money. But yeah, sorry if I keep saying the same things, but thank you for watching. You'll have to let me know if this is something you'd like to see continue. I have already filmed 3 parts. They're the prologue. So I am going to put all 3 parts up at one point, but you'll have to let me know after that if this is a game that you would like to see on the channel when it releases permanently. That's a really weird way to say that. In any event, they've just finished playing, but it still says 6 out of 10, right? So I don't know. It could just be me. It could just be me, which is a high possibility. But again, this annoys me. Let's just throw boxes in front of customers. They're really going to want to buy them booster packs after that. But the store is nearly at closing time. I love it when there's no change to give out. Thank you very much. He's saying good price, which is good. He's just wandering around like, I don't know what's happening there. He just wandered and wandered and wandered. No need. We've got another smelly cloud coming in. Fantastic stuff. Honestly, that's one of the things that puts me off. It's all I've spoke about this demo, innit? But I just don't like it. But with that, we are nearly at closing time for the store. And they haven't finished their card game. So I'm going to get the, when I finish the game, it will say that customers are dissatisfied because I don't think they were allowed to finish their game. But listen, that's not my fault. If a store's closing, you wrap up your game, pal. Do you know what I mean? So store's closing and they're still sat there playing their game. So I don't know if I'm supposed to wait and let them finish. I have no idea. I click on the table to see if I can cancel the game and I can't. So I have no idea if I'm supposed to let them finish or not, but I end up pressing enter and finishing the day because that's what you're supposed to do. So I start the next day and it says 24 customers dissatisfied, but I have no idea why. 24 is such a huge amount. What did I do? But in any event, we are not going to move on to day 3. We are going to end the demo here, even though it says day 3. We're not moving on to day 3. So thank you very much for watching. You'll have to let me know what you think. And until next time, bye EMbers.